What's going on, wrestling family? Welcome back to Hear These Thoughts. So if you read the title of this video, you know exactly where I'm about to go with this, okay? I love this reset of Gunther. This is genius. And they have an opportunity, WWE, I mean, to create a generational heel. And if everything goes right, they also have an opportunity to make one of the greatest heels in WWE history. As I said, when all things go right. So before I go into what I have to say, let me just make this disclaimer. I'm not here to talk about whether Gunther was the right guy to face Cena or not. I'm not here to talk about whether Gunther tapping out Cena was the right decision or not. I told you guys about how I felt about that in another video. And also, at the end of the day, it happened. There's nothing we can do about it. We saw it happen. We saw Gunther face John Cena. We seen him tap out John Cena. We seen John Cena retire. We can't go back. I don't have a time machine available, unfortunately. And if it was available, I couldn't afford it. So we got to let that go. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So when I talk about the reset of Gunther, right? I've been watching Gunther since he was in WXW, when he was Walter, when he was a part of Ring Camp, even when he was NXT UK as the NXT UK champion, which I miss that title, bro. That title is so beautiful, bro. I miss it. And then he went over to NXT, then went up to the main roster, had one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Intercontinental Championship runs of all time, which ended in 666 days, which is a crazy number to land on, but that's neither here nor there. And then he had an amazing, a classic match against Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, where he did lose that title. Now, eventually, unfortunately, he became the World Heavyweight Champion. In the beginning of that run, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. And I think the best thing that happened out of it was the fact that Damian Priest was shot up as a star, and a person who, in my personal opinion, ended up having the greatest run with this new rendition of the World Heavyweight Championship. We could talk about that in another video. But when Gunther got the title back, got choked out by Jey Uso at WrestleMania, it felt like everything that made Gunther who he is, the Gunther that we all know and love, started to fall apart. They started to dismantle his character. He lost all of his aura. No one was scared anymore. He was even asking Ludwig Kaiser, hey, am I still that guy? And Ludwig's like, yeah, you still, when you gotta do that, you lost everything. And then in his feud with Damian Priest again, Damian was just being a pushover. Somehow Damian Priest became some type of drug lord or something, the way he was talking to Gunther, and Gunther was just taking it, right? And then when he had the feud against CM Punk going into SummerSlam, CM Punk just pushed the guy. The guy was sitting on the ground with no socks on, didn't even respond to what CM Punk was actually doing, and then ended up losing against CM Punk at SummerSlam. And then that was it. It really, really strange situation that happened there. But we're now at a point where WWE is hitting the reset button on him, and I think it's genius. I think it's so smart by having him have these incredible matches during the This Time Is Now tournament, which showed how good Gunther is in the ring, put on a great match with Carmelo Hayes and a great match with Solo Sikoa, and then ultimately to tap out John Cena in his retirement tour. And the thing is, whether you agree with the decision or not, everybody in that arena, outside of the arena in Washington, D.C., they all hated Gunther, which is amazing. WWE should eat that up because they have had a problem producing a hateable heel. Most of the heels people really cheer for, outside of Dominic Mysterio, no one else have really been hating. And now Dominic is being, they boo him for fun, but they really love him. But they really, really hate Gunther. Tell me when the last time you've seen a heel or a group of heels that was hated like that, outside of maybe Logan Paul. And that's for things that happen in real life and not because of wrestling stuff, right? So the thing is, the reason why this is important is because with all these wrestlers starting to retire, from John Cena to AJ Styles is coming up and all these different things, it's time to start building up the next generation. And the best thing to build another generation of wrestlers, to build up new superstars, especially baby faces, is you have to have a generational heel for them to face. And Gunther is that guy. Again, everybody hates him. He retired Goldberg for the Goldberg fans. He tapped out John Cena for the John Cena fans and possibly ruined that match. Because some people are thinking, oh, if it was somebody else, it wouldn't have ended like that. But I think they did this on purpose so Gunther can take all this heel heat. Gunther have said in First Take that he is happy with the fans hating him. He said, when I go to this match against John Cena, I'm going to ruin all of it. He lavishes in the tears of the fans. And this is the heel that you need. A person who is not afraid to have everybody hate him, right? And now that he's done this to John Cena, and if they book him right post this whole situation, have him go through a run. A matter of fact, have him come out on Monday Night Raw in the beginning, come out with a John Cena shirt and just rip it in half. Just rip it in half, right? Even rip it in half a Goldberg shirt if they want to add a little extra to it. But just lavish in this, because to build really good baby faces, you need to have a really good formidable heel, and you need Gunther to go through this run where he doesn't lose for a long time. And you got to finally have whoever that baby face is going to be that you want to be the future, or even the person who's currently a baby face that you want to kind of enhance, you know, their credibility. Whoever that person is that actually gets to beat Gunther after Gunther just runs through the entire roster, that's going to do so much for their career. A lot of people will say, well, this beating John Cena did nothing for Gunther. It did, bro. It did. Do you know how many people actually watched that last match with John Cena yesterday that probably never heard of Gunther a day in their life, but now all they know is that we need to boo him and we're supposed to hate him? A lot of people, bro. A lot. And this is good for them. This is good for business. This is good for storytelling. If they book it right, if creatively they do things right. And I think this is probably the simplest thing you can do. Just have him destroy the people that people like. If you want him to run through Sami Zayn again, let him do that. Just do that to all the baby faces. And then whoever this person is, you want to be the face of the company, or is the face of the company, whether it's Cody Rhodes or whoever. I mean, Cody was standing outside of the ring looking at John Cena's shoes in the middle of the ring, giving a salute to it. If he feels like it's his responsibility, he can go after Gunther, and Gunther can literally take that title off of Cody because he's already had the World Heavyweight Championship. Why not have him take the Universal Championship off of Cody and then have a better run with that title than he had with the World Heavyweight Championship? I think it's all there. It's easy to put together. I love this. I think this is great. What do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know what you think. Do you think that Gunther could be a generational heel and possibly one of the greatest heels of all time if WWE does this right? I would love to hear what you have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace. Have a great day.